Hello, I'm going to do the Aquarius energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, so we're going to look at what you may possibly be struggling with, what you may need to look at, and possible future energies. All right, what you may be struggling with is the Queen of Pentacles. For some reason, when I first saw that, I thought finances. 10 of Wands. You're carrying a heavy burden as far as finances or career or job. Let's see, what you may need to look at is the Emperor. I feel like it's kind of doing your own thing, branching off. I don't know, I feel like it's starting your own company or something. And then future energies, we have the Three of Wands. I feel like it's a new path that you're setting out on. Out with the old and in with the new. All right, and then bottom of the deck. Let's see, I see this card is sticking out. So I'm going to take this one, which is the Hangman. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So overall energy, we have the Queen of Cups and we have the Hangman. The Hangman represents stopping and taking a look and seeing things from a different perspective. And the Queen of Cups represents emotions and feelings. It could be overly sensitive or being more aware of how you're feeling about a situation. So I'm kind of feeling like you want to start your own business. You want to start your own company. I feel like it's something about finances that you want to branch off on your own and you want to take control of it because you feel that you're over here. It's feeling what you're struggling with is that it's a heavy burden, right? That because we have the Queen of Pentacles. I just saw this huge pentacle right there and that just really stuck out for me. And then he's carrying these wands, but he's going up the stairs, and then we have the tower here, but he's pretty beat up, but he's still got a ways to go. And I feel like you're saying, I can only hang in there so much longer. I can only do this for so much longer. I don't have that much more left in me. I feel like that's kind of what you're saying or what you're feeling, or you're like, I don't know how much longer I can do this. And what you need to look at is the Emperor and the Six of Pentacles, which I feel like it's you coming into your own power and kind of writing that plan of attack. I feel that by you, sometimes when we're stuck in a situation and we're feeling like I don't have any more to give, but then I feel like you have this idea, this new opportunity for something that you want to do. But I feel like you haven't really explored it, you haven't shared it. But I feel that if you start to get into it, if you start to research it, if you start writing those things down, that if you start saying, okay, how can I actually make this happen? How can I, and I feel like that gives you the energy to continue up these stairs and to deal with this situation for a little bit longer, because on the side you have this, that you are focusing on what it is that you want to do because you're being energized by this. Sometimes, you know, when people, like when I started this YouTube channel, I was working other places and this was just something that I did on the side. And a lot of people do that. They kind of do the YouTube on the side and they're like, okay, they squeeze it in whenever they can squeeze it in until it gets to the point to where you can leave the first thing in order to focus on this thing. And I feel like that's sort of you here, but I feel like by you focusing on what it is that you want to do, right, this thing, is that it gives you that excitement, like I have a way out. I have a way out. I have a way to change things. I have a way to get myself, release this 10 of Wands here. Whatever this may be. I'm like I said, I'm just feeling it's financial because that pentacle just really drew me in. So I feel that it's, if you have this here that you're at least able to do on the side, that gives you that energy and that focus, and you can, it makes this easier, right? All right, so I was going to use those, but I'm thinking I'm going to grab these. So, yeah. We have, look at that, 9 of Cups. Look at that. Look at that. Love it. 9 of Cups. Emotional fulfillment. Fulfilling your dreams. Right? Making it happen. King of Wands. The King of Wands is looking right at this 9 of Cups. Right? He's looking right at this 9 of Cups. And he's saying, how do I make this happen? What is it that I need to do? Let me think about this first before I do anything. I feel like the King of Wands is somebody who's very wise. He's very knowledgeable. And I feel like he thinks about things, and before he takes action, he learns from his past, and he doesn't make a move until he feels ready. I feel that the King of Swords is more analytical about it, but I feel like the King of Wands kind of goes with his gut more, and he also sees like things that have gone on in the past, and he's kind of learned from past mistakes, so he's more knowledgeable about the decisions and the choices and the directions that he goes in now. But he has the Wands, which is action, so I do feel he does take actions. I feel like it's you looking at the fact that, hey, I want a 9 of Cups. I feel like it has to do with these pentacles. I want to go after my dreams. I feel like it also has to do with this Emperor. I want to do this. I want to make this happen. How do I make this happen? And I feel like it's, you've let it go in the past, that you've given up on it, or you haven't given it a full effort. We have the Moon, which is Pisces, and that could represent, trying something new and something different, because we have the Lobster here who's going to go on the path, who's going to go on land. So he's going to go from water to land. So he's changing things up. He's trying something different. He's not really sure. I feel like you don't have this clarity about what it is that you want to do, but you know that the time has come for you to focus on your 9 of Cups, right? Because this has become too much of a burden for you. This has become too much. We have the 3 of Cups, which I love that, which is happiness and celebration. And it's also about surrounding yourself with people that support you, people that are on your side, people that are going to help you to break free from these 8 of Swords here and not hold you back, that you're ready to take on the challenges, that you're coming into your own power here with the Emperor. The Knight of Cups, reaching out to those that have maybe gone down that same path. I feel like it's reaching out for education, for knowledge, for learning about how to make this job opportunity or whatever this thing is that you want to pursue, how you make that work, right? Figuring that out. Realizing that it's going to take some balance between this old thing and the new thing that you want to pursue, your 9 of Cups. That there has to be a balance between the two of them, that you have to figure out that balance is how do I make that happen. But as I've said before, I feel that if you want to do something, you will find the time to get it done, that you will make the effort, that's what people do. If there's something that somebody wants to do or they want to pursue or they want to have happen, you will find that time because you are so driven to be able to find the time to make it happen. And it might be that compromise between doing a little bit less of this, but being able to do a little bit more of that, right? And finding that balance between the different areas, because I feel like this is very rewarding for you. And you just have to be patient, right? Again, business. I feel like it's a new business. We have the King of Pentacles who's very good in business, and he knows, that it takes work, it takes determination, it takes persistence. It's hanging in there. It's not giving up. I feel like maybe before in the past you used to give up, or you had given up, or you tried it and it didn't work and you couldn't find the time. But I feel now that you are more driven. I feel that you're more driven. I feel like you've, to take that time out to really focus, focus on your direction and your goals and what it is that you want to achieve and have done. And the strength, right? Strength, the power, the confidence. We also have the infinity sign, which is individual empowerment and everlasting love, is that, it's something that you've been wanting to pursue, and you have the confidence now in this future energies. You have the confidence now because you tore down your insecurities, right? Because we have the Tower. So you're tearing something down. Something was built on a false belief, right? You're tearing that down and saying, maybe before you were saying, oh, I can't do it, I can't find the time. Well, if that's what you're saying and the energy that you're putting out there, then that's what's going to happen. But I feel like that's torn down, and now you're building a stronger foundation where you're saying, I can do it, I will make it happen, I'll find a way, I'll find the balance, I'll work things out so that this can happen for me, because I feel that it's something that's important. Bottom of the deck, judgment, awakening, renewal, revival, hearing the message of I can. Hearing the message of, I feel like the signs are around you. I feel like things are happening for you. I feel like there's a message that's trying to get through to you. And I feel like your strength is building. I feel your strength is building to work towards this Nine of Cups. Because this King of Wands here is looking right at this Nine of Cups. And I feel this determination on how he's looking at the Nine of Cups, this determination of that I want to make it happen. I'm not sure how I'm going to make it happen. I know that it's going to make me happy, and I want to surround myself with supportive people that will help me through it. And I'm going to figure out a way to make the compromise to make it happen, because you feel that determination this time around. I feel you have a lot of emotions. You have a lot of ups and downs, because you don't want to deal with this, and you're trying to tolerate it, but the emotions, the ups of the Nine of Cups. But seeing things from a different perspective and saying, this time around, I want to make it happen. With this Three of Wands here, I feel like it's this time around you want to make it happen. So let's grab a Star Dragons, and we have understanding, looking at both sides. I feel like it's kind of understanding and looking at both sides, as if I don't do something, I'm going to be stuck in this, right? I'm going to be trudging along in this. If I do something, it will be challenging, yes. It'll be challenging, but it'll be rewarding. It'll be very rewarding. All right, let's grab a Animal Oracle. Understanding, looking at both sides, and I feel like that also goes back to the Hangman, is looking at all sides. We have Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things. I feel like it's taking little steps at a time. It doesn't mean that you have to take a big chunk out all at once. It doesn't mean you have to do everything all at once. Like I said, it's maybe finding that time, those couple hours during the day or the week or even the month, where you're able to focus on this Nine of Cups here, this business, this dream that you have, right? This direction that you want to go in, and that helps to motivate you. And then we have Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. And I almost feel like it's kind of feeling thankful that you're finally realizing that this is something that you want to pursue and that you want to make it happen, that you're not sitting back waiting for it to happen, because maybe that's what you were doing before, is you were waiting for this to fall in place and that to fall in place and this to be right and that to be right. And sometimes most of the time, those things never happen where everything aligns and it just naturally happens. If it's something that we want to do, that we have to make the effort ourselves to make the changes in order to pursue something, that we have to take the actions to make it happen. And I feel like that's what you're kind of realizing, is that if you want this to happen, if you want this Nine of Cups to happen, that you have to take the actions that are needed to make it happen, and to not just see, well, maybe it'll work and maybe it won't. That if you're determined, you will make it work. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.